Video 2, The 3 Core Dimensions of Burnout. Series, Burnout to Breakthrough with Dr. Vincent Njoku. You may think burnout always looks like complete physical exhaustion, but sometimes it looks like irritability. Sometimes it looks like losing interest in work you once enjoyed. And sometimes it looks like working harder while quietly believing that nothing you do is good enough. Burnout can affect your energy, your relationship with work, and your sense of effectiveness. Understanding these 3 dimensions may help you recognize burnout before you reach a breaking point. Hello, I'm Dr. Vincent Njoku, author of Burnout to Breakthrough and founder of NutriFlex AI. In the previous video, we established an important truth. Burnout is not a personal failure. It is often a response to prolonged, unmanaged workplace stress and insufficient recovery. Today, we will examine the 3 core dimensions commonly associated with burnout: exhaustion, cynicism, or mental distance, and reduced professional effectiveness. You may experience one dimension more strongly than the others, or move between all 3 over time. The first dimension is exhaustion. This is more than feeling tired after a long day. Burnout-related exhaustion may feel persistent and difficult to resolve through ordinary rest. You may notice waking up tired despite sleeping, struggling to begin the workday, feeling mentally foggy or emotionally depleted, depending heavily on caffeine to function, having little energy left for family, friends, or yourself, and feeling overwhelmed by tasks you previously managed well. Imagine a professional named Marcus. Marcus has always been reliable and productive, but recently, every task feels heavier. He wakes up already thinking about unfinished work, moves from meeting to meeting, and ends the day without enough energy to engage with his family. He assumes he needs a vacation. A short break might help, but if Marcus returns to the same workload, unclear expectations, and constant availability, the exhaustion is likely to return. Recovery matters, but so does addressing what repeatedly creates the depletion. The second dimension is cynicism, detachment, or increasing mental distance from your work. This dimension is often misunderstood. You may still be performing your responsibilities, but emotionally you begin pulling away. Work that once felt meaningful may start to feel pointless or irritating. You may notice becoming impatient with colleagues or clients, feeling emotionally numb, dreading interactions you once enjoyed, losing empathy or compassion, using sarcasm more frequently, feeling disconnected from the purpose of your work, and thinking, "Why should I care? Nothing ever changes." This detachment may function as a form of psychological protection. When you no longer have enough emotional capacity to remain fully engaged, your mind may create distance from the source of ongoing pressure. That does not necessarily mean you have become uncaring or negative. It may mean you have been asked to care continuously without adequate support, control, recognition, or recovery. The third dimension is a declining sense of professional effectiveness. You may begin questioning your competence even when your skills and experience have not disappeared. You may notice difficulty concentrating, forgetting details, taking longer to complete familiar tasks, struggling to make decisions, making more avoidable mistakes, feeling that your work is never good enough, and losing confidence in your ability to make a difference. This dimension can create a dangerous cycle. When exhaustion reduces your concentration, your performance may decline. You may respond by working longer hours, skipping breaks, and demanding even more from yourself. That creates greater exhaustion, which further reduces your ability to perform. The problem is no longer effort. The problem is that you are trying to restore capacity by using even more of the capacity you have already lost. Consider how these 3 dimensions may interact. You feel exhausted, so you have less energy for patience and connection. You become detached, so your work feels less meaningful. When your work feels less meaningful, motivation and performance may decline. Then you blame yourself and work even harder, which increases the exhaustion. This is how burnout can become self-reinforcing. The cycle usually cannot be interrupted through motivation alone. It requires recovery, honest reflection, and changes to the conditions sustaining the stress. Take a moment to rate each dimension from 0 to 10. Exhaustion, how physically, mentally, or emotionally depleted do I feel? Detachment, how disconnected, cynical, or emotionally distant have I become? Effectiveness, how confident and capable do I currently feel in my work? This is a personal reflection, not a diagnostic test. Now ask yourself, which dimension has changed the most for me during the past month? If exhaustion is highest, you may need to prioritize physiological and emotional recovery. If detachment is highest, examine what has changed in your workload, values, relationships, or sense of meaning. If reduced effectiveness is most prominent, consider whether fatigue, unclear expectations, inadequate resources, or excessive demands are interfering with your performance. Choose one intervention based on the dimension affecting you most. For exhaustion, protect one genuine recovery period today, even if it is only 15 minutes without work, notifications, or demands. For detachment, identify one part of your work that still feels meaningful, or speak with someone you trust about what has changed. For reduced effectiveness, select your 3 most important priorities and seek clarification about what can be delayed, delegated, or removed. The goal is not to solve burnout in one day. The goal is to stop ignoring the signal and begin responding deliberately. Important health note: burnout is generally understood as an occupational phenomenon rather than a medical diagnosis. Its symptoms can overlap with depression, anxiety, sleep disorders, and other health concerns. If your exhaustion, detachment, low mood, or cognitive difficulties are persistent, severe, or affecting daily life, consult a qualified healthcare or mental health professional. If you are experiencing thoughts of harming yourself or feel that you are in immediate danger, seek emergency help in your area immediately. Burnout does not always arrive as a dramatic collapse. It may begin as exhaustion you keep dismissing, appear as cynicism you do not recognize, or emerge as self-doubt. Recognizing these dimensions is not about labeling yourself. It is about identifying what has changed and responding before the pattern becomes more severe. Which dimension affects you most right now? Exhaustion, detachment, or reduced effectiveness? Share your answer in the comments if you feel comfortable. In the next video, we will explore what chronic stress can do to your brain and body. Subscribe to Burnout to Breakthrough with Dr. Vincent Njoku and explore my book through the link in the description. Until next time, remember, burnout may change how you feel and perform, but it does not define who you are.